I'm visible and audible, right?
Yes, Prashant, both visible and audible.
Rather than starting the meeting casually, I thought, why don't we start with some of the phrases, powerful phrases said by our own Toastmasters in our clubs. To begin with, the stars can't be seen in the day doesn't mean they don't exist in the daytime. I have come here to shine, not alone, but with all of you. This was told by Toastmaster Kaushalya in her icebreaker speech. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters guests. I am Hari Prashant, and it's a great pleasure for me to welcome you all to the 223rd meeting of Amrita Toastmasters Club. Let me introduce the rules. First, there should be no talk about sex, politics, and religion. Second, the speakers are requested to keep their audio and video on. Third, the audience can keep their video on, but they're asked to keep their mics off unless called upon. Now, let me hand over stage to our president, Toastmaster Vash. Over to you, Vash.
Thank you, Hari Prashant. The best thing about having... Okay, am I audible? Hello?
Yes, you are.
Yeah. So the best thing about having this online meeting at this point of time is that we've been struggling to conduct these meetings for the last offline meeting to meeting, some jump from offline sessions to online sessions. We've been almost shuffling from home to college to home to college to home to college, and I guess we're still doing that. So we have our first year coming back in March, May 6th, and I'm really happy for them. I want to make one quick announcement that having our offline meeting for today, but unfortunately continue today. We have offline meetings next week. The best out of what you have today. Thank you, and over to Toastmaster Pratna.
Hello everybody, so I'm the Toastmaster of the day. So we've got a lot of new members here, and I'm pretty sure a lot of you guys had a doubt on how what this role is. So as the Toastmaster of the day, I'll be like basically conducting the whole meeting, emceeing the whole meeting. Every gap there is, I'm gonna go talk. I'm just gonna talk. But don't worry, guys, I'm not gonna bore you people. They've got some really fun things planned for today. So I'm just gonna read one quote of Steve Jobs, which I thought I really have to start my session with. So Steve Jobs once said, your work is going to fulfill a large part of your life. And the only way to be truly satisfied is to do what you believe is great work. And the only way to do great work is to love what you do. I think this is absolutely stupid. It just doesn't happen. Not a lot of people get their dream job. Like you look at the Amazon courier runner who comes and gives our Amazon couriers every day, or the person in the canteen who's trying to serve our meals, or a lot of people, or someone who's sitting in the back end and typing a code for a multi-million-dollar company. Not everybody's got their dream job, and that is not how we live. So the idea is to have fun. So in today's meeting, we're only going to talk about different ways to have fun. So basically, gonna just help you guys understand that you might have a career as well. I'm not saying that having a career is wrong, but you should learn to have fun simultaneously. That is what life is. Only very few people in this world have fun doing their job. Let's say someone alcohol brewer, or let's say a sports person, or a filmmaker. Not even the filmmaker, the actors, in fact. So yeah, that is what life is. So don't worry, guys. Don't get into your placements and don't get worried thinking that I will only be able to enjoy life if I get a 25 LPA salary. That is not true. You can enjoy this very moment. You can always enjoy everything. Like I am enjoying being in this meeting, talking to you guys, expressing myself. So that is what enjoyment is all about. So moving on, let's just come back to today's topic. So today's session, so we're gonna, as I already told, there's a slight change in the agenda. But before I go into the session, I'd like to call the General Evaluator so they can introduce their team. Over to you, GE.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratana. A very good evening, everyone, and to all the new Toastmasters who've come in. So I'll be the General Evaluator for today's meeting. To just brief in on what the GE does in the meeting. So I will be evaluating everything that's happening today. So I'll be noting down everything that happens, how the meeting starts and how the meeting flows in, how if the enthusiasm is kept up from the beginning till the end, and how people perform the duties. So I'll be keeping a keen note on all these things, and then I'll present a report at the end. So to assess me in my job duty, I have three tag role players. So first, I would like to call Toastmaster Hemani, the timer, to introduce her role. So she's a first-time role taker, and I call her to introduce her role as a timer.
Good evening, everyone. Hemani here. So today, for today, I'm the timer. So I'll be evaluating time for formal speeches and the table topics. So I will alert the people by using green, yellow, and red cards, which denote specific timings. So for table topics, at 1 minute, I will raise the green card. At 1.5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and at 2 minutes, I will raise the red card. And for icebreaker session, at 4 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card, and at 6 minutes, I will raise the red card. And for individual evaluations, it should be between 2 to 3 minutes. At 2 minutes, I will raise the green card. At 2.5 minutes, I will raise the yellow card. And at 3 minutes, I will raise the red card. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Hemani, for that very brief note. Next, I would like to call the R counter for today's meeting, Toastmaster Malavika, to introduce her role.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushalya. A very good evening. The purpose of I am Toastmaster Malavika Rajesh, and I will be the R counter for this session. The purpose of the R counter is to note words and sounds that are used, such as a crutch or a pause filler, by anyone who speaks. During the meeting, I will listen for overused words including and, well, but, so, and you know. I will also listen for filler sounds including and I will also note when a speaker repeats a word or a phrase, such as I, or this means, this means. At the end of the meeting, I will report the number of times that each speaker used these expressions. Thank you, and over to the General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Malika Rajan. And she's also a first-time role taker, so all the best to you. And we have the last tag role player, that's the grammarian. I would like to call Toastmaster Yash the Grammarian to introduce his role.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. As the grammarian, it's my responsibility to pay close attention to all the speakers and listen carefully to their language usages. I'll take down the note of misusages of English language as well as the outstanding usages. So, as grammarian, it's my duty to introduce you to the word of the day. So, today's word of the day is cumbersome. Cumbersom. Cumbersome. So, cumbersome means something that is difficult to perform. Example, it's cumbersome to get up late for work it's cumbersome to get up early for work after the late night. So I'll keep the word of the day as well as example in the chat section, and it will be very good. Like it will be very encouraging for the speaker if we could give that thumbs up symbol or some encouragement symbol using the reaction option whenever a speaker uses this word of the day. Thank you, and over to General Evaluator.
Thank you so much, all my role players, tag team, for giving that introduction. So with that being said, we will present our reports at the end of the meeting, and all the best to all of you guys for your presentation. That's it, and I hand over the control to TMOD. Over to you, Toastmaster Pratana.
Okay, thank you so much, Toastmaster Kausalya. Moving on, guys, let's go into my TMOD session. So I was talking about how people get jobs, but we still don't, end up having fun doing that job. But we have to realize out of the 24 hours we have, human beings like me sleep for 10 hours. We eat and we do other activities for 4 hours, and we work for 8 hours. And the remaining 2 hours, what can you do to have fun? Nothing. You can't do a lot of stuff. But how do you think we live? How do people manage? Okay, that's the awkward part. Now I'm going to say that's where we have hobbies. So we take up hobbies. So I have a lot of hobbies. I play a couple of instruments. I'm part of the Toastmasters. Okay. Okay. Sorry for that, guys. I'm back. Okay. So yeah. So that is where you've got hobbies. Just because I like to, go around, interact with people, doesn't mean everybody else will like it too. So if I know most of you've got hobbies, just pursue it. Okay. A lot of people pursue their hobbies so much that they make a career out of it. I know I'm not gonna become a professional comedian or a professional public speaker. I get that, but I do have fun doing my hobby. That is exactly the point. So every time, go pursue a hobby. If you don't have, take up one. Sometimes you might have a hobby and you might not like it. Leave it, guys. The world's got millions of options. Go choose something else. Do something new. You are your only limit. So that is the importance of hobbies in your life. That is the importance of doing something new in your life and have fun. Okay, so moving on. So this is what I had to offer for this part of my session. So next up, we've got the table topic session by the table topic master, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Over to you, Bhavesh.
Pratana, you're on mute.
Oh, thank you, Malavika. Is Toastmaster Bhavesh here? I'm thinking he's got some.
He's in the meeting. I think he has very poor net because.
I guess so too. It's the Amrita College, guys. It's been raining. Okay. 1 second. Okay, so I'm just going to continue. Okay, I love talking. So I was talking about hobbies, right? What else can you do to have fun? Anyone? Come on, guys. Let's keep it interactive. So we've got Yash, Kaushalya, two Malavikas, Hari Prashant. Guys, come on. So apart from enjoying your everyday with hobbies, what else do you think you guys can do to enjoy life? Just as a
We
whole.
depend on your jokes to keep us happy because you're good at it.
Amazing. That's the best compliment ever. I love being called a comedian and people just don't do that. Thank you, Malavika. You earned a brownie point. Good job, kid. Anyone else? Come on, guys.
We can go on a regular trip, holidays maybe.
Yes. Okay, amazing. That is exactly what I was about to say. Traveling. It's this world is so beautiful. Okay, we've got these 4 days ka holidays, and not a lot of people in college have planned on trips. And I'm against that. All of you guys go travel. Budget trips. Okay, 5,000 for 4 days. You can starve, eat milk bikis, and eat good day to survive. But take these trips, explore. Okay, point number one, people will ask me, why do you think tripping is something fun? It's because you get to explore. Feed something new to your brain, it'll evolve. Trust me, guys, it's a journey. So traveling is something that's very important. Sometimes people just like to keep to themselves and they don't want to travel. I totally understand. That's when you do your solo trips. You travel with your own self, you talk with your own self, you explore your own self. People just think when you're going on a trip, it means you're going on this one family trip to Tirupati. That is not what trips are about. There are so many things about. You can go to the beach, you can go to the mountains, you can even leave your hostel and go to the canteen and come on your own. Traveling on your own, just going to another unknown location is called as traveling. It doesn't mean it's supposed to be like 500 kilometers away or 600 kilometers away. There is no limit. It's you about expanding your boundaries and expanding your horizons. All of this will sound very, very spiritual, guys. But once you finish 4 semesters of the Amrita spiritual learning program, you will also speak like this. It just has your effect on you, okay? So, so anyways, I'm just saying that is what traveling is about. So go just travel. See, I've planned, okay, Hari Prashant is from coming, Toastmaster Hari Prashant is from Sri Lanka. So even if he invites me or not, I'm planning on traveling there. Exactly that way. So come on, guys, make friends, badger them, travel, okay, have fun. That's it. Again, Toastmaster Bhavesh, are you here? Hello. He's in here. Okay, Toastmaster Hari Prashant has our prepared speaker arrived yet? She here,
Yes,
she's
she
here,
arrived.
right?
She arrived.
Okay, so Toastmaster Diti, we'd just like to, jump to your prepared speech session right now. We're hoping you're ready. Are you ready? Hello? Can you respond?
Yes, hi.
Thank you so much.
Hello.
Hello?
Toastmaster Pratana, had you called me before this?
Yes, sir. It was your session. Like it was your. But would you like to do your table topic
Sorry,
session
I'm
now?
extremely troublesome, and
Yes,
yeah, I'll be
yes.
glad to start.
Thank you so much. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavesh. So here comes the TTM session. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, thank you. Can someone confirm if I'm visible and audible?
You're audible but not visible.
All right. I think we'll have to go with this because Amrita has terrible internet in my hostel block, and I really have no other alternate means to connect to the internet. So I hope I'm at least clearly audible. Am I?
Yes, you are.
Awesome. Thank you. So today is going to be the table topic session, and I hope most of you know what table topic session is. So in table topic session, I will be giving you an impromptu a speech to talk upon, and you'll speak for 1 to 2 minutes on that impromptu topic. All right. So what I like a lot is fantasy, and at almost every single time, I'll give you topics on fantasy, fictions, something that I make upon on the spot. All right. So it's both you presenting a speech on the spot and me presenting a topic on the spot. So are you guys ready? Would anybody like to volunteer for the first topic? Anyone? See, I am not able to see any of your faces, so please volunteer or raise your voice, raise your hands, do anything to let me know that you're listening to me.
Okay, Toastmaster Bhavesh, I'll go. I'm Toastmaster
Awesome.
Malavika.
Thank you, Malavika. So this is going to be a topic. You are a teacher in front of an MS Team session just similar to this. None of your students are responding, and how do you think you can find out that you are, or at least tell people you are listening or people are listening to you? How are you going to confirm that your students are listening to you in an MS Team session? Over to you, Toastmaster Malavika.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavesh. I think one advantage that I would have if I ever came to a situation where I'd have to go into this, MS Teams teaching learning via online methods again, say in the future, because who knows, pandemics come out of nowhere, right? One advantage I'll have is that I've been a student, okay? I've been on the other side. And this is something that actually happened. And I think the best way to get someone, to get to people to respond is actually to just call their names out and ask them questions. And this has actually happened to me, where I have this physics class, and it was a kind of boring class because my teacher wasn't that great. So what I'd do is I'd basically not pay attention. I'd just switch it on and sit there and do something else, probably scroll through Instagram or like learn on my own. And I was so in a daze one day, I was really not listening. And he actually called me up to solve questions. And because physics was, you have a lot of sums to do, what the teacher did is actually call out the children from the list on the team speed and ask them to solve these questions. So once you do that, you really have no choice. So I think if I ever was a teacher, that would be the best thing to do, because not only would students be scared of me, they'd actually pay attention, because I think or else nobody listens. But like I said, I'm not encouraging it. I don't want to plant ideas in anyone's head. I think it would be kind to just let them be, and because it's boring anyway. Over to Toastmaster Bhavesh.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Malavika. That is amazing. Would anybody else like to go for the second topic?
I would like to.
Who was it?
Hari Prashant.
Okay, Hari Prashant, that's awesome. So your topic is, imagine you are an Instagram filter that makes people look attractive. Describe your life journey. Imagine you're an Instagram filter that makes people look attractive. Explain your life journey.
Thank you, Toastmaster Bhavesh, for this topic. If I was an Instagram filter, the first thing I would notice is the desperateness of people to show them attractiveness. I have lots of friends, and most of them take pictures only with filters. I'll be going them and asking them, what's the need? What's the need to show you attractive if in real life the face it's not the real face? They will say only one or two lines. Once I got a response, when everything around you and everyone around you are fake, a filter which puts up a smile on your face is not so fake after all. That was when I realized it's not about any filter or any such things. It's about what makes us happy at that moment. So I would say as an Instagram filter, I'm happy to make people happy if they think they will look more attractive in such a manner. Thank you. Over to you, Toastmaster.
Thanks a lot, Hari Prashant. That was actually more than rhetoric than I expected. Thanks a lot, Hari Prashant. Who would like to volunteer for the next one? Anybody that would like to go for the next one? How about Sharon K? Hi, Sharon.
Yeah, hi. What are the odds?
That's awesome. So let's assume you're going to enter a mansion in a isolated place, far away from the main city, and you enter there all alone. But all of a sudden, you encounter somebody that's asking you for rent. Now you do not know who this person. Okay, give me a second. I'm extremely sorry for the disturbance. All right. Assuming you go to a mansion that's far away from the mainland, and you are all isolated. You enter the building, and someone calls you out for rent. All right. Someone calls you out for rent. You do not know who this person is, and when you turn around, you realize that it was a ghost. Now, how are you going to encounter this ghost that asks you for rent? Over to you, Sharon.
As I was walking through this lone path, I came across a huge mansion that was really sad. It was a gothic medieval setting in the mansion. So I crossed its fence and went inside, and someone stares at me and asks for rent. But I turned back. It was actually a ghost. I startled because actually I don't believe in ghosts, but what was the first reason that actually made me feel that it's a ghost was like it's a translucent apparition, and quite possibly the noise or the feeling, the bad aura, maybe. And the ghost be like, you're gonna pay me the rent for this mansion. And I was like, what was the first response? The first response to the ghost was, my first response to the ghost is like, who are you? And he says like, actually, I'm one of the engineers who built this mansion. And ask, I think I would like to end it.
Sure, if you want, you can continue, Sharon. It actually
will be better next time. I'm sorry.
Sure. That was a great speech, Sharon. You have a great, amazing storytelling response. I mean, it's okay that you're not able to continue the story, but it was amazing the way you took it. You can always improve by practicing a lot, right?
Yeah, thank you so much.
Sure, Sharon. Would anybody else like to go for the next topic? Would anybody like to go for the next topic? Any volunteers? Okay, I'm gonna pull in Kaushalya. Hi, Kaushalya.
Hi, Bhavesh.
All right. I hope everybody knows the character Batman, and Batman has this secret room, or let's call it a secret cave that he uses for all his superhero endeavors. All right. Now there's a secret door from his home to this secret cave. Assuming Toastmaster Kaushalya Sri is the secret door, and you have the greatest secret in your hands. How are you going to stop yourself from sharing this secret to the other doors of the mansion? Over to you, Toastmaster Kaushalya.
I think that was a very wrong topic for me because I'm one person who can't keep up secrets because I always tend to tell it to someone or the other, be it one close friend of mine or to my parents. I can't keep up secrets for a long time. I know if it's good or bad, but I'm such kind of a person. So, so if I were given that task to keep up secrets with me, that's really challenging because I'm not really an extrovert person, but yeah, an ambivert. So I tend to talk to a lot of people, and knowingly or unknowingly I happen to tell people what I do, so or whatever I know. So if I were the Batman's secret door, and I had to keep up all the secrets, maybe one technique that I would use is to not talk at all, to engage myself in some other work, maybe do something else other than talking to the other mansions or something, and not talk to them might keep me away from telling out whatever I know. So that would be one technique. Or in the other cases, do some maybe I could write them down in somewhere and keep it safe with me so that I feel like uh, I've shared that somewhere, but not to any other person. So yeah, that's it. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavesh.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Kaushalya. That was actually amazing. Because the best thing about table topics is that you can talk literally anything on stage. Now, Toastmaster handled the topic in a different manner. She took time to think, but how she took time to think was she started talking something in generic before she came to the actual topic. It isn't wrong because on-spot speaking doesn't require you to have a definite set of script and material along with it. So she actually correlated her content to just one single word: secrets and person. She just revolved around it, and finally she came to the topic and concluded with the topic. I recommend every single beginner or junior, let me say, to observe other speeches and understand what techniques they use to make their speech more interesting. Toastmaster Kaushalya's was one such interesting technique where she starts with something generic and ends with the set topic. Great job, Toastmaster Kaushalya. All right, moving ahead. Would anybody else like to volunteer? How about Esaki? Hi, Esaki. Balaji Esaki. I assume I'm audible. Hello, can someone confirm?
You're audible, Bhavesh.
Yes, thank you. It's difficult in an online session, so thank you, guys. I hope Esaki is not available. Hey, Mani, would you like to go for the next topic, Hey, Mani?
Yeah, sure.
Awesome, Himani. So assume that you're a laundry bag, all right? And obviously the purpose of the laundry bag is to put all the dirty and stinky clothes inside it. So how would you define your experience as a laundry bag? Over to you.
Okay. Good evening, everyone. Can I get 2 minutes actually?
Okay, the purpose of this speech is not to get 2 minutes. Would you like to start instantly? You can go with anything, literally.
Yeah. My topic, can you just repeat it again?
Okay. Just take it in a fun and cheerful way, right? You're a laundry bag and people put all sorts of dirty and stinky clothes inside the laundry bag. How would you define your experience as a laundry bag?
Okay, yeah. Good evening, everyone. So me being a laundry bag, I don't know. It's like something I never imagined, maybe. So yeah, starting, I'll just go. If I am a laundry bag, I think I won't be that happy because there are few people who are very disciplined, like who are very very organized and who even take care of their laundry bag as they take care of themselves. But there are like more than 50% of people who are disorganized. So they don't take care of their things properly, and being a laundry bag, they just will dump me with all their clothes or their stinky clothes. And some will like not even care of how many days they have worn it or something. So it will be a very painful experience for me to be a laundry bag. And yeah, I want to conclude it here.
Thank you, Himani. That was actually a really good speech. I really appreciate the way you continued the speech. We have two more topics. Would anybody like to go for the next one? Anybody would like to go for the next topic? Anybody, guys? Feel free to. All right. Toastmaster Pratna, would you like to go for the next topic? Toastmaster Pratna, would you like to go for the next one? I assume I'm audible. Can someone please confirm?
Yes, Bhavesh, you're audible.
Thank you. Thank you, Toastmaster Malavika. Would Toastmaster Yash like to take the next topic?
Yes, sure.
Yes, Yash. Thank you. Give me a minute. Okay, let's. Give me a second. I assume you've seen, ropes to. Okay, I'm going to go with a different topic. You're an alarm clock, all right? Who's competing with a mobile phone? How are you going to present yourself in front of the buyer? So you're an alarm clock who's competing with a mobile phone. How are you going to present yourself in front of the buyer? Over to you, Toastmaster Yash.
I'm sorry, am I audible?
Yes, Yash, you're audible.
I'm extremely sorry. Actually, I just had some disturbance. Okay, if I was
Sure.
an
Would you
alarm
like me to
clock,
repeat the topic?
basically, if I tend to use phones instead of alarm clocks, but if I was an alarm clock, I'll just present myself as I'm not as distractive as a mobile phone is. It's generally advised in the psychology. I'll just take on the example of a psychology book and I'll just display that. In psychology book, it's like given, and there's so many research going on that you need to stay at least 1 hour away from the mobile phones and read some books and stuff. So this alarm clock is really going to help you, and it will just help you stay away from mobile phones at least an hour before you reach your bed. And uh, I will like mobile phone, you can just easily, it's easier for you to snooze it off. And whether I am a different kind of I'm an older kind of a clock where you need to just maybe off me with a key, which will require you to take up some energy and do it. So I'm a better option rather than being mobile phone, a smartphone using as an alarm clock, where even you will get phones and SMS calls, even your boss can call you at any time. Rather, if you use my clock, you can just switch off your mobile phone and just keep it somewhere else and use the alarm clock to wake you up and keep you away from stress-free, and giving you a stress-free night and a very good night. And you'll enjoy it. That's it from my side. Back to Toastmaster Bhavesh.
Thank you, Toastmaster Yash. That was an amazing take on the topic. So the next topic is going to be tough. Okay, I hope you guys remember the Pick It Up contest. So even I had this Pick It Up contest when I was in first year, and I did participate in that too. I was given a topic in the table topics contest which I had no way of properly presenting. I should say it was extremely confusing and a bit difficult. So I'm going to give you guys that topic and let's see how you guys tackle the topic. Would anybody like to take the topic? I wouldn't say it's difficult. I would just say it's confusing. Would anybody like to go for the topic? Pratana, if you're there, I'll be happy to see you talk on it. Pratana? Oh, we don't have Pratana here. Would you like to go for the topic?
If it's all right, I'd like to be an audience for this table topic session.
Sure. Malavika Rajesh, I hope you didn't talk, right? Would you like to go for the topic?
Sure.
Awesome, Malavika. So this was given to me and I was extremely confused, and on stage I was extremely confused, didn't know what to talk, and I'm going to give it to you. Please do forgive me if you do not know the content. Okay, what is the difference between completed and finished? I hope it made sense. I'll be more than happy to give you a different topic if you want to, but yeah, sure.
I would certainly choose a different topic.
Sure, Malavika, sure. I understand. So your other topic would be your friend is your friend is going to leave you. You and your friend are staying in one place, and your friend is going to leave you from this place. All right. Now, the only option for you to stay with your friend is if she becomes a ghost and haunts the house. So, are you willing to take the necessary steps to make her a ghost, make her haunt the house, and you stay with her? All right, take it in a fun way again. Will you like to see your friend as a ghost and stay with you forever?
Could you please repeat the topic?
Okay, would you be willing to see your friend as a ghost haunting your home and stay with you?
Yes, of course. For me, I really love my friends, and my friends, they complete me. I would share everything, whatever I have with them. And to have someone around me, even if it's a ghost, I am totally fine with it. And I can really have some fun also. I could haunt my sister as well. She's really afraid of horror movies, and I force her to watch some. So some days I can also haunt her. And my friend, like, I can share everything after my day. I can share everything with her, and all of this will happen only if she is willing. I won't just keep her as a ghost for my selfish needs. If she's willing, only I would keep her as a ghost. Otherwise, she's totally free to go, and we can keep contact. It is not like impossible to keep contact with a friend in this world. And that would be it. I would really be happy to keep her as my ghost if she's willing. Thank you.
That's amazing, Malaika. I hope she's willing and you guys stay together forever. That's great. That's the end of my table topic session, and I hope you guys had fun taking on the various topics. So let me hand the stage back to Toastmaster of the day, Toastmaster Pratana. Toastmaster Pratana, can you please come to me here? Yes, please, kindly.
Thank you so much for that amazing session, Toastmaster Bhavesh. It was fun, okay? I really like all your table topics. Okay, moving on, coming back to my awesome session about how to have fun in life. So a quick recap, people. First is you take up hobbies you like, explore new hobbies. Secondly, you travel. Travel, okay? Instead of going from street A, go via street B. So when you're going via street B, you might see that, let's say, there's live music happening there every Wednesday. And suddenly you have something new to try. So that's it. What are the other things you can do to have fun? Would anyone like to answer apart from these two?
Roaming around with friends.
Yes, please, Toastmaster, hurry, come on. What do you think? What else will you do to have fun?
Roaming around with friends.
Oh, roaming around with friends. Amazing. Yes. Okay, I do that too. That is my one source of major happiness apart from alcoholism and other stuff. I'm kidding, guys. Kids don't drink. Okay, 21 plus is the legal age. I'm recording and putting it here. I'm just kidding. Okay, so where was I? Okay, so anyone else?
Let go everything and dance to some music.
Exactly. Yeah, we can do that. That's amazing. I tried doing it in the academic block today, but the HOD gave me that weird stare. I'm like, okay, fine. So I just didn't do it. Yes, definitely. We're all going to do it. What else do you think we can do? Yes, go crazy, dance, hang out with your friends. Okay, so I'm just going to say what I think could be a possible answer. The answer is to find happiness in yourself. Every small thing you do, enjoy it. Like, I'm giving this KMOD session here. I'm super proud of myself right now. I feel so productive. I feel so happy. That is something you have to do. Let's say I'm drinking some milk and then I start laughing and the milk comes out of my nose. A lot of people get angry at the milk. They get angry at the tumbler. They throw it, make a big tantrum. But if it was me, I'll start laughing because it's something that's really funny. Start enjoying small things that happens to yourself. Life is just amazing, okay? Okay, I'm just taking some pointers. Okay, yeah. What else can someone do? Okay, so let's say today is Monday. Nobody wants to go to college. I don't want to go to college 7 days a week, but let's focus on Monday because that's like a regular case for everyone. And before going to college, you're really sad. Take a big dairy milk silk and eat it. That is fun. Every small thing you do in life is fun, guys. Start enjoying yourself, okay? That's pretty much it. So moving on to the next session of our topic, we've got this new member who's giving her icebreaker speech today. It's Toastmaster Diti. So to say about Toastmaster Diti, she's one of the most interactive newbies I've ever met. She's someone who keeps coming and asking questions and such interactive. So we're really looking forward to your icebreaker speech, Toastmaster Diti. So over to you, Toastmaster Diti. Diti, I have permission. So Toastmaster Diti, moment of introspection. Moment of introspection, Toastmaster Diti.
Excuse me, Pratana, I have to tell about her evaluation first.
Oh, I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Okay, so for evaluating Toastmaster Diti, we've got Toastmaster Hari Prashant. So he is our individual evaluator. Toastmaster Hari Prashant, please brief us about her project.
Thank you, Toastmaster Pratana. Greetings to one and all present here, and a special greetings to my target speaker, Toastmaster Diti. Toastmaster Diti will be attempting her level 1 project 1, that's icebreaker. The purpose of this speech is to introduce herself to the club and learn the basics of the public speaking. All the best, Toastmaster Diti. Over to you, Toastmaster Diti.
Thank you, Toastmaster Hari Prashant and
Toastmaster Diti. So we've got this proceduring where I'll call out your name and your speech topic and then you begin.
Sure, thank you.
Okay, that's okay. And also we really like it when our speakers keep their video on so we can see for the expression, the body language and all the other things they've got to, only if you're comfortable doing so. Okay.
Of course, I'll switch it on once you introduce me.
Yes, thank you so much. Okay, Toastmaster Diti, moment of introspection. Moment of introspection, Toastmaster Diti.
Thank you, Toastmaster. Before I begin, I just wanted to be clear on one point because I was confused about this at the beginning of the session. I believe I have about 5 minutes to give my speech. Is that right?
You've got around 4.5, 6, 7 minutes.
Around 4 to 6 minutes to speak.
Great, thank you. I hope I'm audible and visible. Can someone confirm that for me, please?
Yes, you are.
Awesome. Thank you, Toastmaster Hari Prashant. I will begin. Good evening, Toastmasters. I'm Toastmaster Diti, and it is a great day to be giving my icebreaker speech. I have thought a lot about how to tell you about who I am today. I've had a pretty introspective time thinking about the things that have driven me across all the ages I've been and the things that have, the changes that I've seen in myself. Turns out curiosity has been a major constant, and so has the desire to find beauty in different fields and spaces. I have been a voracious reader for a long time. I believe in my childhood I've mostly explored fictional content, whereas in recent years I've also enjoyed non-fictional content in the areas of social psychology and economics. As a reader, or rather the effect of being a reader is that I feel most connected to and by words. Although these three fields are starkly different from the chemistry major I've chosen to pursue, I feel as captivated by their content as I do by my own major. I'm glad that I chose chemistry because chemistry I'm sorry, I was disconnected for a second. I hope I'm back online.
Right, right, right.
Yes, sorry about that. As I was saying, I'm able to pick up ideas quickly from areas like spoken and written word faster than I can from, say, visual media or even music. It's probably one of the reasons why I love to have conversations with people so much. I love how people can show me the best that they can find in things that they appreciate. As learners, I think we've all come across activities that we just don't seem to be good at. I've come across a super interesting situation where of not being good at things that I love. It was a hard pill to swallow. The dialogue that has helped me see this in a new light is from the movie Take the Lead, that is lightly based on the life of Beardy Lane, a dance instructor, and also a former Nobel Prize nominee. He says that if you love to dance, you meant to dance. I think it's incredible how simply he puts across the idea that the activities that you love are simply an act of self love. It There is nothing that compels us to be the best at it or do it for the benefit of someone else. Now I see the activities I enjoy as a way to show others that this is something I find solace and joy in, and maybe you will too. There is a quote on social media that I've recently come across. It is not finding a place to fit in, but a place where I belong. One of my favorite parts of growing up is being more confident in my own skin, being more confident as I grow up, changing my ideas and changing my thoughts. There is this trend that I've seen on social media, which is to own one's weirdness. As Gen Z, I think this is a fantastic idea for our generation. I love how around the world people are making spaces for each other to be who we are as we are for as long as we want to. I am relieved and inspired by how we are finding amazing communities that we didn't even know existed. Personally speaking, I'm thrilled to be a part of the Toastmaster community. I love how we come together and help each other grow just by sharing our own stories, just by sharing our own quirkiness. This is a small glimpse into my life and where I am right now. Thank you for being such a lovely audience. Over to you, Toastmaster Pratna.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Riddhi. I'm sorry, like my screen froze for some time. Sorry for that, guys. 1 second. The network is like really, really bad. 1 second, guys. Okay, so I'm back with a fun session. So point number one. So again, I don't want to recap because we just finished our awesome recap. There's one more thing which I always think makes life funny, interesting. Get silly, okay? Break down all the rules. Okay, so I'm just not telling you to go crazy and stuff like that. For example, go innovative, go crazy, do very small things for yourself, and don't overthink. Something happens, let's say you're eating bubblegum in class and then your professor calls you and then he says you don't eat bubblegum in class. That's it. But a lot of us tend to overthink it. We get really sad. We don't enjoy the moment. We don't enjoy the fun of actually talking to the professor and the fun about like getting caught by eating gum in class. It's actually fun. So when you start being optimistic about every small thing that happens in life, you're gonna be happy. So from all this thing, I'd actually like to conclude that making your everyday life interesting is up to you. Meet new people, go to new places, eat new things, do new stuff. Why do you do new stuff? Because your human brain is capable of amazing things. Even Einstein only used 11% of his cerebral cortex capacity. I'm sure people like me will be like using like 0.001 percentage. So you're capable of computing complex items, complex algorithms, okay guys? There's nothing wrong in trying new things and having fun. Yes, that's I think that will be the end of my today's session. So let's call upon all our evaluators for the evaluation for today. So I'd like to call over the General Evaluator. So she can just take up her role.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Pratana. So before I present my evaluation, first I would like to call the individual evaluator of Toastmaster Diti, Toastmaster Hari Prashant, to present the individual evaluation.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushalya. First of all, congratulations, Toastmaster Diti, on completing your level 1 project 1 icebreaker speech. What an amazing speech that was. And it didn't feel like your first speech at all. Kudos to that. Let's say what are things you have mentioned in your speech. You started your speech with the things that drive you to in your life. And you told how fictional contents and social psychology and economics are the ones which interest you most, apart from the field which you have chosen, that's chemistry. And you have also mentioned that how spoken and written words give more meaning to you rather than visual words. So that's why you tend to speak to people a lot. And you also mentioned about self-love and everything. Let's come to the areas where you excelled on. First of all, facial expressions. You used lots of facial expressions on each and uh, uh, every line of your speech. That was very lively. Second, your speech was it was in a flow. It didn't have any stall at all. You didn't have use. I don't think you would have used any filler words at all. And that all shows that your preparation was too good. And you are so energetic throughout the speech, and the interest of how you are presenting was clearly visible on throughout your speech, and you are so comfortable also. If you come to the areas where you can work upon, to be honest, it was cumbersome to find out any area of improvements whichever on your speech. Only thing which I was hardly able to find was physical gestures. Even though you used some of the physical gestures, I felt you could have used a little bit more to keep the audience more connected. And vocal variety you used, but I didn't feel it. At some places I felt it seems very monologue. So, and you also used one quote. If you are not being comfortable, you are that I have to include it in the Excel things. To sum up your speech, you used your speech was preparation was good. It went in a flow. There was no stall at all, and you supported it with quotes. To challenge yourself, I would ask you to use more physical gestures and vocabulary. Thank you. Over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, individual evaluator Toastmaster Hari Prashant. Next, I would like to call my tag team to present the reports. First, I would like to call the timer Toastmaster Himani to present her report.
Yeah, thank you, Toastmaster Kaushalya. Coming to table topics session, Toastmaster Malavika finished her session in 1 minute 35 seconds. Toastmaster Hari Prashant took 59 seconds. Toastmaster Sharan took 1 minute 42 seconds. And Toastmaster Kaushalya took 1 minute 29 seconds. Toastmaster Yash took 1 minute and 21 seconds. And Toastmaster Malavika took 1 minute and 5 seconds. In between, I was given an opportunity to participate in table topics, and unfortunately I couldn't write my timings. Next, coming to icebreaker, Toastmaster Diti, she got disconnected at 1 minute 17 seconds, and after that she completed her speech in 4 minutes 2 seconds. And coming to evaluators, Toastmaster Hari Prashant took 2 minutes and 2 seconds to evaluate Diti. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Himani. So next, I would like to call the R counter Toastmaster Malavika Rajesh to present her report.
Thank you, Toastmaster Kaushalya. So I'm back with my reports. So the General Evaluator Kaushalya had 5 pauses, 5 hours. And Toastmaster of the Day, Prarthana, had 4 hours. The table topic master, Bhavesh, had 3 hours. And I think most of the hours were from his internet connection. Then the timer, Hemani, had 8 hours. The grammarian Toastmaster Yash had 6 hours and he repeated few phrases. The prepared speech speaker Toastmaster Diti had 2 hours and evaluator Hari Prashant, Toastmaster Hari Prashant had 2 hours. Now going on to the table topic speakers, Toastmaster Malavika had 2 hours and a few repeated phrases. Toastmaster Sharan had 8 hours and few repeated phrases. Yes, that's it. And it was a really cumbersome task to be an R counter. And I have really learned how to be more concentrated. And yes, thank you. And over to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Malavik Rajesh, for that very meticulous report and to also tell what you learned out of this tag role. So nice of you. So next we have the grammarian Toastmaster Yash. I call him to present his report.
Thank you, General Evaluator. This was with really pleasure listening to all your speeches today, and I have taken note of some excellent usages of grammar as well as some uh, wrong. I wouldn't say it's wrong, but where there's some improvements we could do in our vocab. So moving on with the proper or good usage or excellent usage of grammar. It was used by Toastmaster Diti. She used uh, voracious. Voracious means something which is engaging in an activity with a great enthusiasm or eager or which really suited to that scenario which she was trying to express. And the other word she used was quirkiness. It's generally used for telling that if you are odd or unpredictable in a particular behavior, character, or anything related to a human tendency. Now, coming on to some improvements we could do, I would as I would have as like this is proper rather than telling I would as a and because I would has a, because it's a subjective, not a condition. That's why we use I would have as or not I would as a telling to you tell you because it's your tell already has and to implied when you're telling when you're saying it tell it already has a to implied so you're not tell to you you can say tell you if she is willing only if she this word is like it could be better told because if only plus past verb we generally add in grammar so for forms to talk about it like it could be as a present if only he knew the truth like if only plus the past verb if you add it it would better sound in a sentence. I actually don't. I actually don't know, and I don't know, or I don't really know would sound better, as it's an adverb qualifying a manner of an action you're telling, and answering a question should be like somewhat should come after a verb rather than it being a adverb qualifying the sentence. And that's it from my side. Back to the general evaluator.
Thank you so much, Toastmaster Yash, for that amazing report. Feels like I'm in a verbal class. So thanks for all that report. So with that, I'll present my general evaluators report. So before I present that, let me just quickly go through the general evaluators checklist. So the meeting room was started on time, but we started the meeting just a minute late. Excused, but yes, we see to that this doesn't happen next time. So all the role takers were present during the meeting and all the roles were introduced properly and they performed their duties really, really well than expected. Since we had a lot of new role takers today, with a lot of surprise and excitement, I could see all of them perform their roles so really, really well because being the first time, when it was for me, I took time to learn on all the roles and little nervous to present the role as well. But I see all the new members of the club presented so nice and also happy to see that you people had something to take back from your roles that you presented. So Then about the TMOD session, I would say that was a really hilarious session. So I think with that, Toastmaster Prathana should be happy now when I say her session was hilarious. It was really hilarious to know. And it was a really interactive TMOD session rather than a very usual TMOD session. We present a lot of facts here. It was rather interactive and funny as well to know how she is. And I think the TMOD session defined who Toastmaster Prathana was, and so nice to have a very interactive TMOD session. So, and one point that I noticed is where Toastmaster, the table topics master and President Toastmaster Bhavesh shared few techniques on how to handle the table topic session. So I think that's really helpful for everyone, not only the new members but also everyone to take up table topic session and present it in a very effective way. So and then it's understandable that we had a lot of technical glitches today. So it's raining in Amrita campus and we have little technical issues here. Excuse for today, but then we see to that we have alternate hotspots or anything to keep the meeting going without any delay. And one another thing that I want to mention here is I request all the role takers uh, to know their duty and roles prior to the meeting so that they do not avoid we can avoid any delay during the meeting. No, you should be knowing what your role is and especially the timings of your speeches and everything. I request you to go through your guidelines and your evaluation scripts or feedback scripts before you come to the meeting so that you clear on your timings and your presentation so that it makes it more effective. So I think that is all about my report for today's meeting. And I really hope that we have an offline meeting soon because I've been looking forward to it for the past 1 month, and we hope we have it next time. Fingers crossed. So with that being said, thank you so much, and I return back the control to TMOT. Toastmaster Prathana.
Thank you for those amazing evaluations, General Evaluator and the tag team. I did get a lot of useful pointers. Everything is noted. So before I actually conclude my TMOD session, here's something I want you guys to have as a takeaway. Life is just too short to be sad about your marks, your career, your tomorrow's worries. Enjoy your today and work hard for tomorrow. I'm not saying do not work hard for tomorrow. Yes, work hard for tomorrow, but learn to enjoy the process. Just have fun with the smallest things. Okay, sometimes in the Amrita campus, that's very rare, you get free ice cream in the mess. So every time you go get it, enjoy it. Every small thing, like you look at a professor or someone, just give them a smile, or anyone, in fact even the people who work and clean, just look at them and give them a smile. That smile itself is a very big thing. All small things in life you can have fun. Okay, travel guys, and you want some weird peculiar locations to go, please do contact me. I'll set the whole thing up for you. Jokes apart, guys, the one strong thing I want you guys to take away is just have fun. 4 years or 3 years or 5 years, you're going to finish your undergrads and you're going to leave this campus. We'll come back, but we'll never be the same. We'll never be 20. We'll never be 21. Have fun like today's the last day of your life. Thank you so much. And that's pretty much it. Over to the president. Over to you, Toastmaster Bhavesh. Thank you, guys.
Thanks a lot, Toastmaster Prathana. That was an amazing TMOD session, and I believe all juniors would love to hear it because when they come back to campus, the first thing that you guys are going to see is academic pressure. A lot of academic pressure. It wouldn't make sense for you to just sit in books and do nothing. So I'd surely recommend you guys to explore the college, do a lot of stuff. Don't just sit with your books. I would say I enjoyed my first year because I did not sit with my books. Yeah, do study, please. I'm asking you to study, but present enough amount of judicial time for each of whatever you want to do. With correlation to what Prathana says and what I keep repeating this, try participating in every single club that you can come across in the campus. That gives you a chance to do a lot of stuff. You can explore what actually other people does. You'll actually find something that you might be interested in. You might lose interest in something else. But at one point of time, you will actually find out what you like and what you do not like. So when you come back to campus, try exploring each and every single club in campus. Try every single thing out in campus so that you have a fun college experience for the rest of the years that you have. that's the end of what I had to say. We will be having our 225th meeting, which is a milestone meeting. Toastmaster Pratana will be putting up the agenda for it as soon as possible. That's, let's say, a pseudo important meeting, and it'll be great if you guys can take enough amount of efforts for that too. Apart from that, we will be having our offline meeting hopefully from the next week. So the offline meeting setup is pretty simple. We will have an hybrid format and we will have an offline format also. So the ones who want to join through Microsoft Teams can join through Microsoft Teams. The ones who want to visit the venue, that is one of the seminar halls, can come directly to the venue and attend the event. So thank you guys. That's the end of what I wanted to say. I kindly request every one of you guys to turn your cameras on so that we can take one last group photo. Can someone please take one photo?
Done. Toastmaster Bhavesh, the picture is taken.
Hello, am I audible? Hello.
Yes, Bhavesh, you're audible.
Okay, I'm really sorry, guys. I hope you guys took the photo. The ones who want to feel free to disconnect, or if you want, please stay back and provide feedback to the others here. And please excuse me, I'll have to leave a bit early. Thank you, guys. Over to Hari Prashant.
Bye, guys. I gotta go.
Thank you, bye.
LOL. Bye.
Bye bye. Bye bye.
Bye,
Bye,
guys.
everyone. That's a great meeting. Thank you.
Yeah.
Thank you. Bye.
Thank you, guys.